41 seconds. They go under the marker at the side over the top of the road, and Hammond is burying himself here. His face is telling the picture of the pain that is going through his legs as he heads in towards the finish. He's got Ventoso on his wheel. These riders, Hammond in particular, knows this running like the back of his hand. He's spent most of his life in this in Belgium. He knows every single road, every climb and everything else as he goes through to the back of this group. And now it's Ventoso who's working. Hammond is there. Monjan is sitting on.
Yeah, Monjan's just starting to feel the pace. He's not sitting on because he wants to, because he really wants this break to stay away as well, because it's been a real hard effort for him. But with 4.4 kilometres to go, 42 seconds, it came down to 30 odd seconds with the Cancellara coming to the front and killing everybody. But for me, it's starting to look, starting to sway towards this 5-man breakaway.
Well, the big teams of CSC, of Gerolsteiner, of Liquigas, of Predictor Lotto have been outwitted at the moment by this 5-man breakaway. Brian, Hammond and Monjan were in the original breakaway, and they had over 11 minutes at one point, didn't they? They've been on the go nearly the whole day today.
Yeah, they have, certainly. It just goes to show you the form that Roger is coming to at the moment. And it was Ventosa and Burkhardt and Ferreira went across later on, but certainly, he's certainly looking strong. Mongan's still in there, and it's looking good. 3.9 kilometres to go, 43 seconds.
And Hammond and Monjan have been on the attack for a huge number of kilometres today. We went live here with 80 odd kilometres to go to the finish, and at that point these riders had a gap on the peloton at 82 kilometres of 7 minutes and 26 seconds. Hammond and Monjan, they were with Brad of Kestepan. They were caught with 25 kilometres to go by Freire, Burkhardt and Ventoso after the carnage that happened on the descent of the Kemmel. They literally hung on by a thread by 10 seconds, and then suddenly the gap started to extend. It grew steadily to the 14 kilometre to go point, where the gap went to 36 seconds. It was at its maximum with 10 kilometres to go at 51 seconds. It's now 40 with 3.3 kilometres to go. It looks like these 5 riders, bar messing around, can go to the finish, and then they're going to fight it out. But they are taking the winner of Milan San Remo and the winner of Brabant-Chapelle, Oscar Freire, to the finish. But they're hitting 46 k's an hour here, Brian.
Yeah, it's a fast finish in this race. 40 seconds, I think 3 kilometres to go is enough. Ventosa is trying to miss turns. Every time he does a turn at the front, he comes back, and he knows he has to save something to try and beat Ferreira. But for me, I think Burkhardt is going to be the key. Because I reckon when it comes to maybe just coming up to the kilometre to go, Burkhardt has to go, and Roger has to get on Ferreira's wheel and try and expose him.
Was that what they're doing now? Because I guess they're going to go when Hammond is on the front and Burkhardt will attack or something.
Well, it's just come down to 33 seconds. It's 31 seconds now, and I don't know if these are, they're pulling the cars out now. So 29 seconds. The cars come out, so it's gone from 40 seconds to 28 seconds. So
the peloton are absolutely motoring behind here, and these 5 riders could see their gap be caught. They could be caught before the finish. 2 k's is just up the road. Roger Hammond puts in a big turn here. Hammond is looking really strong today. Freire goes with him. Monjan closes the gap. Ventosa's there. Burkhardt's got to go soon. Otherwise, the old 1-2 for the T-Mobile squad isn't going to work. 27 seconds. This gap has come down, Brian, in 1.3 kilometres. It's come down 13 seconds.
It came down very quickly there, 26, 25 seconds now. They pulled the cars out, and it's, in the last 2 kilometres, they've not got any time to waste. They've not got any time to start attacking each other. It's going to be down to the wire, and it's going to come down to a sprint. If these 5 riders are going to stay away, it's going to come down to a sprint. We can just see the bunch in the background through the motorbikes there, and let's not be surprised if it's all CSC at the front.
Well, Ventoso's playing the old game of I'm absolutely wrecked. He's missing turns.
If he starts messing about now, that's it. It's going to be all over for this breakaway.
22 seconds. Freire senses that this breakaway could be doomed. He goes to the front. Ventoso's playing too many games here. He's going to mean that he's going to end up dooming this breakaway. 1.4 kilometres. 21 seconds now. The gap has gone down 6 seconds in less than half a K. Now Burkhardt goes on the right hand side of the road. This had to be done for the T-Mobile squad. Roger Hammond looks round and he says, go on then everybody, because I'm not going. And now Ventoso suddenly finds the energy to go with it. So Ventoso tries to close the gap. Burkhardt is piling it on. He will go under the 1 kilometre to go. Will Marcus Burkhardt get the win he so dearly wants? And now Roger Hammond goes for the wheel that he knows is the wheel to be on. Hammond looks round. He looks a bit tense. Burkhardt is going away for T-Mobile. Ventoso looks round. Is he going to risk everything? Frere now goes and Hammond's going to go with him. Hammond, will he have the legs to go? Look at this. They're going to leave Ventoso and Monjan. This is a fantastic finish of Gent Wevelgem. So many times we see one rider piling it on, going for the finish. Hammond is digging it deep now, gritting his teeth, trying to hold on to the wheel of the winner of Milan-San Remo. Ventoso has almost doomed this breakaway. Monjan is there. He's trying to close the gap. Burkhardt is still going away. Oscar Freire looks round. All he can see is the magenta jersey of Roger Hammond. Burkhardt is piling it on, trying to get now to the finish. Can he make it? Will Frere take Hammond to the finish? Will it be a 1-2 for T-Mobile, or will the peloton catch them? Marcus Burkhardt, the big rider from T-Mobile who has promised so much this season, he is hanging on. His lungs are in his mouth. Is he going to win the Gent Wevelgem, the 69th edition? Will Hammond beat Frere to the line? Burkhardt looks round. He sits up. He wins the Gent Wevelgem. Hammond's going to beat Frere as well. It's a brilliant day for T-Mobile. They played the game perfectly. They do the 1-2. It's Burkhardt, Hammond, Frere, Ventoso, Monjan, and then the peloton who led it in far too late, and it's Robbie McEwen, the Australian, who's going to take it.
You might take a breath now.
I don't know about you, Brian, but that was one of the most exciting races that I have seen for a long, long time. Burkhardt wins, Hammond second, Frere in third, Ventoso in fourth, Monjan fifth, McEwen took sixth, Van Heijswijk in seventh, Badencook in eighth, Rochas in ninth, and Usop in 10th. Frere now leads the UCI Pro Tour against Alberto Contador in second, Cloden in third, Balan in fourth, McEwen in fifth place, and Rebellin in sixth place. Now, the T-Mobile squad made a huge stand of their anti-doping policy and their way of screening every single rider in their team. They're all tested on an ongoing basis, and full profiles and DNA and everything is taken of all these riders, and they have taken a while to change the whole way that the T-Mobile squad is run, but I think today, this is the day that this has all happened. Well, here he is, Burkhardt, onto the top step of the podium, the 23-year-old, his first professional win, and certainly a very, very big win it is. He's been showing form, hasn't he? We've been tracking him over the last few weeks. 16th in Volk, 7th in Kern, Brussels-Kern, 3rd in the E3, and now the big one in Gent Wevelgem.
He looks a bit out of sorts on the podium. He doesn't, I don't think, know what to do. He's thrown into the limelight here.
Interesting hearing Roger Hammond giving that full interview in
he's
the country that he lives in.
He's lived there, but I don't think Burkhardt really needs the podium. I think he could stand on the ground and still be taller than both of them.
He is. There's a few comparisons I think being drawn to see if he's as tall as Magnus Backstedt. Magnus Backstedt's 4 centimetres taller than Burkhardt. There we are then, that's your podium in the 69th edition of the Gent Wevelgem. Don't forget that we will be going over to the Tour of the Basque Country in a few moments' time. Marcus Burkhardt on the top step of the podium, Roger Hammond in second place, ready for the Paris-Roubaix at the weekend, and Oscar Freire on the podium again this season with a fantastic third place. But the team tactics of T-Mobile put the Rabobank rider on the third step of the podium today.